Hey, hello. It is the Go Birds podcast. Elliot Shore Parks, James Seltzer with you. The one and oh Birds, and not just that. We got our guy back. Mr. Maui Surf Club himself. Dude. You're wearing a Maui Surf Club shirt.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about?
Let me tell you.
Shirt. Tucker, shout out to Tucker. He's back.
You would have seen this, I guess, on for the Thursday game. He had on like a Hawaii shirt.
So great.
He's got a Maui.
So great.
I love merch, so I'm down with like a good,
I had that shirt before I even went to Hawaii.
Well, it's just funny.
I was excited to wear it.
Great.
It reminds me so much of The Office. Remember where he goes to Jamaica?
Of course.
And
Jamaica,
he's got the little thing in his hair.
The steel drums. He's like playing.
Oh,
it's so good.
That's definitely going to be Tucker in a. Honestly,
I'll
right
just
now.
say I'm just happy to see Tucker wearing a shirt. I didn't know
That's
that was
point.
something that he did on a basis.
I have so many pictures of Tucker now without a shirt
on. That was I loved it when Tucker was like, "Hey, do you guys have any pictures or videos of my wedding?" And I was like, "I have nothing." And then Elliot was like, "Hold my beer."
I got a bunch. I got you covered, I didn't even take as many as I normally do.
It was like a string of them.
Well, the funniest thing too is everyone else took. I didn't take my shirt off, but like everyone else like, took it off. Like at least 3 or 4 people had their shirts off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hot in there.
It was,
and also not for nothing.
It was one of the better dance floors I've ever been at.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
You were part of the reason why I took my shirt off.
No,
because I had my shirt unbuttoned and I was dancing and I bumped into you.
That sounds
and
correct.
I spilled my drink down my shirt.
Oh no.
So there was like ice and stuff in my shirt, so I just took it off.
Not really my fault though.
No.
Okay,
but it was like
I would feel bad.
Not your fault, but it was because of you.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't my shirt. It now belongs to Men's Warehouse again.
I have a big problem at weddings of like not being in the center. Like Kristen's always like going like, because I'm such a good dancer. Like,
that's what it is.
Yeah, it's hard for me not to.
Emily usu's usually like, don't go in the center. And
you're
I'm like,
big.
Too late. I'm
you're
going.
A big, like peripheral. And Emily,
I go everywhere. Yeah.
No,
I'm dancing with Emily, but like, I just like to dance, man.
It was a great time.
It was an all-time time.
Yeah,
it really was
good to have you back. Justin did a good job, but we missed you.
Yeah, we missed you. It's not the same.
That's not what I heard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
Fritz must be talking.
I was going to say that.
It wasn't us.
Little snafu last week with the audio.
That's true. I remember, you know Fritzy. He talks a little bit. Fritz talks a little bit.
Bunch of different group
I tweeted that I was home. Within 30 seconds, Jack was texting me about the podcast.
No way.
Yeah,
I tweeted a picture of the airport, and I didn't even get down the escalator, and Jack was already texting me like, "Hey, can you do a pod today?"
Oh man, that's Jack right there.
Poor Jack with the Phillies right now. I mean, they did win.
They won.
Yeah,
they won. Yeah, he'll get through it.
Yeah,
survive. We think.
Oh yeah. First real game week, by the way.
This is real.
Like actual like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And look, the only time the Eagles have ever played the team they just beat in the Super Bowl the year after they beat them in the Super Bowl because they didn't play the Patriots in 2018, right?
Yeah, good point.
So this is the first ever Eagles Super Bowl rematch in a season.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess no, you're right. A win that they won. You're right. First ever Super Bowl rematch that they won. First time they're going in the defense.
This will be
it feels like every year, and it feels like we're in Arrowhead every year.
Yeah.
I know with the first year of Nick's,
they played in 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and now 2025.
And the only one here was 2021.
Correct.
What's with that?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that is weird.
That's weird, right?
Yeah. Arrowhead is a good stadium. I'll say like the crowd is good.
You're going overrated. I like this. I see it coming.
Yeah, it's like
it's so hard to play in Arrowhead. Yeah, because they got Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's loud and everything, but it's not. I've been to special stadiums. That's not a special.
I love that take to start the week off because honestly, that might offend Chiefs fans more than anything to say
it's
that
a fine stadium.
Some
like
special
first
place.
of all, the stadium itself is certainly nothing to write home about. Like it's very old. Like it is an old stadium. The atmosphere is fine. Like the stadium's off the beaten path a little bit. The tailgate scene is cool. I'll give them that. Chiefs fans are legit. It is a legit fan base,
minus
for sure.
the bank robber guy,
That one, not as much.
Did you watch that doc?
I did not. But
I'm surprised you watched all the docs.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild, that story.
What did he, I mean, I don't want to, I don't know if it's appropriate.
He was, he was an armed robber. Like he was like the guy who wore like the wolf suit to all the Chiefs games. You'd see him on TV or whatever. He was like the Wolfman fan or whatever.
Am I wrong?
He was like an armed robber, like state to state. He did like 30 something bank robberies. He was like a real, would go into a bank with a mask and a gun and rob them. Bro.
That is crazy that he wears a mask publicly.
I know, right?
He almost didn't even really need like
I know.
So am I correct that they changed their mascot?
No,
I thought they changed from the Fox because of this. I could be wrong, but isn't their mascot like a
I don't know. I thought it
funny
was a
looking
chief
fox
of some
guy?
kind.
No, it's definitely not a chief of some kind.
I don't know.
It's an animal, right? Am I right about this?
Yeah, it's Casey Wolf.
Yeah, it's a wolf.
Oh, that's probably why we wore the
But
wolf thing.
that is why.
foxy. He's kind
He
of
is more
a goofy
foxy.
looking
I
guy.
So that's
agree.
why you said Fox.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking it was a wolf costume.
Look at this.
Oh,
What
no.
is this?
Tucker, what did you do? So for those not watching the video, all of a sudden it just changed from
Bunch
Go
of
Birds to High Hopes.
Yeah.
Fritz got in the system.
I know.
He
he's
wasn't
still-
liking what we
still
were
talking
saying.
about it.
There we go. All right, we're back. All right. So yeah, look, it's I think it's a really interesting game going into this because it does feel like two teams kind of crossing in the night and in that Super Bowl. And look, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, like, we'll see what happens. I'm not doubting them. I'm not saying they're cooked or anything like that.
I got so many takes on this.
Good. Let's dive
Yeah.
in because it does feel like it is a game where I think it, and look, we saw the line swing 3 points just off of what people saw on Friday night from the Chiefs. It does feel though, from a talent perspective, the Super Bowl obviously plays a role in that the Eagles are on the way up and still kind of like in this special thing. And it feels like it's possible that the Chiefs have lost enough talent across the board where they're starting to fall.
So I don't know where to start with all my takes on this, but the first thing I guess I'll say
Fire
is,
them off, buddy.
Yeah,
Take.
So I do think this is the chance for the Eagles to end the Chiefs. Like if they win in Kansas,
bold statement.
if they win
you think
in
the Chiefs
Kansas,
are done?
yeah. If they
I
drop,
think that's too far. But
well,
I like what you're.
If they drop to 0-2 after not being that impressive last year, getting smoked in the Super Bowl, obviously they could still make the playoffs and all. But like, I think the mystique of the Chiefs leaves.
Okay.
If the Eagles go and they drop to 0-2 after not playing great in week 1, you brought up how much the line swung.
I think there's a good point. You're not saying Andy Mahomes will never win another Super Bowl.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think this
I agree with
iteration,
you. So
like,
I
the
think-
roster needs an overhaul.
I think I'm so with you because I think like the Super Bowl is a good example. I think not obviously not here. We all felt
well,
really
I
confident.
certainly.
You too, even.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right. You and,
I was,
and the camera, BLG, actually, you're right. No,
Yeah.
it's true. And nationally, I think a lot of people are like, well, they're the Chiefs. They're going to
Agreed,
find a way to
yeah.
win. Like, it's just what they do.
No, I picked the Eagles.
Right. But the point is, like, I think a lot of people were like, might have thought the Eagles were better, at a better roster, but they're like, well, I'm not picking against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think if the Eagles, go in there and handle them, certainly if they play, with ease, so to speak, I do agree with you that I think people will start to change the way they bet on the Chiefs, the way they kind of think about the Chiefs. Again, they can go back, but I do think it has a chance to kind
And when you take into account how well Josh Allen's playing, how well Lamar is playing, Burrow didn't play that great, but like he's obviously viewed as great. The Eagles are clearly a dominant team. Like I think for the past few years, it has been, there is one team at the top and it is the Chiefs.
no doubt.
And there is one place you don't want to play, and that's Arrowhead. And there's one quarterback, and that's Mahomes. I think that if they lose, I think that changes.
I
But
think it's a great take.
The flip side of that is I think if the Chiefs win it, then like you got to give them respect. Like if they can beat the Eagles, now the Eagles are not the best version of themselves right now. Nick said something good with you guys this morning, basically like paraphrasing here, but we're not the team we were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just going to come back
and look,
and be
they
that
weren't
team.
the team in week 2 last year
Agreed.
that they were in the
Yes.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
So I don't think if the Chiefs beat the Eagles, it's like, they're still the Chiefs. And I just think if they can beat the Eagles in week 2, it is a sign that there is still a pulse with this Chiefs team.
Yeah.
But here's the
and
other.
again, I don't want to say that if they go 0-2, that's the end. I agree with you. I think
It's not the end of it, but I don't think they're going 14-2.
No, but I think they could go 11-6.
They could.
and make a run in the playoffs with Mahomes
Yeah,
and Reid.
they could.
My point being, I don't think they're cooked for the season, but I agree with you. I think the mystique, the aura, the
top
Chiefs
dog thing is done.
I think at least for a while until they reestablish. I think there's a chance it is, which is crazy because again, they have I know we mentioned they have a chance to go to 4 straight Super Bowls.
Yeah.
The only team to
You
ever
were
do is the
texting-
Bills. How crazy is that? Like we don't talk about it at all. 0 times have we mentioned that because of this, that the Chiefs could be the first team since the Bills, the only 2 teams ever to go to 4
I do
straight Super
think
Bowls.
as we get closer, it might come up more.
I
but
agree.
you are
I agree.
early on
I
bringing
agree.
it up. All right.
That's
So
what I do, buddy.
so my other take, and I texted Corey from Columbus, so he got
Ooh,
a sneak preview.
I
on
love
it.
that.
Yeah,
I love that.
I was sitting at home. I was like, I got this take. Who should I text?
Well,
it
that's
to?
so, Elliot.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Where
I was like,
gonna
this is
go.
a Corey
I
take.
love that. You had a
Yeah.
Corey take. Like
yeah,
I
was
love
like, this one's for Corey.
So it's either about Hurts.
It's
Ohio
about
State?
Hurts,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Good.
So this is far ahead, but as always, we're early. The Go Birds pod. But if Jalen wins a Super Bowl this year, and Mahomes has like an average-ish year, I think he passes Mahomes on the current ranking of quarterbacks.
Wow.
Not all time to be clear.
Yeah.
But I think the current ranking, he will have back-to-back Super Bowls.
I agree with you.
He'll have 2 Super Bowls. He will have beaten Mahomes in one of them. He will have played really well in that first one. Granted, did have the fumble, but still, like, I think Jalen goes ahead of him. If you're back-to-back
agree.
Super Bowl champion, that's the other part of the Chiefs' mystique. I was for a long time, Mahomes and Penn number 1, right? And I think I'm coming off that a little bit. Like Josh Allen and Lamar are
Josh
pretty
Allen,
dope.
particularly Josh
Allen,
Like,
for sure.
I think, and Josh Allen has beaten Lamar in the playoffs. Josh Allen has at least gotten a conference championship game a few times. Like, Josh Allen has to win a Super Bowl to be the best, to be he has to, in my opinion.
Agreed.
But if you told me, like, I think Josh Allen's probably, like, if you had to, like,
start a team, I think it's more of a question
or
than it
or
used
for
to
a
be.
season. Like, if you had to like 17 games, full season, who do you take? Like, I think Allen makes a lot of sense. It's when you get to the playoffs and winning the Super Bowl that I think Mahomes and Hurts leap over him. But I think that there's an argument that Allen is like the most talented guy in the sport right now.
And Mahomes last week against the Chargers really didn't play that great.
No,
like
and losing Xavier Worthy was a big hit.
Yep.
I mean, they just don't have a lot around him on top of him. And guess what? The revamped O-line, everyone thought was going to be great, and they got worked.
So, all right. So last thing on the Hurts, and then my next take on the roster. I just think if you're back-to-back Super Bowl champion, at that point, like, I don't care Mahomes won Super Bowls a few years ago. You have to preach. It's a current ranking, right?
Preach.
And especially while I think if they win on Sunday, the Chiefs are donezo. Like, especially if he beats Mahomes.
Well, that's
like if it's Chiefs Eagles again and he beats them again, like, and arguably outplayed him in the three times they've met, then like I think it's over. Like, Hurts goes ahead of Mahomes on the current rankings, not all time.
Great take.
But not even that far away on all
all
time.
Of a sudden,
you have
Jalen in 3 Super Bowls with 2 wins, like, you know.
And you know, the Eagles would then become the team, I think, where it's like you don't want to play them. Like, they might already be, but they are. Then I think they become what the Chiefs were. They become this is a team that you don't want to play. Like, other teams look at their schedule and go, you're not beating that team. Like, Jalen's a quarterback you don't want to see. Like, I think all that happens if they win the Super Bowl.
I totally agree with you. And the big game thing that,
especially the big game thing.
Well, yeah, exactly.
All right. So the next take I have is,
I love this. Just
going through.
Yes.
The Chiefs roster really is not that good.
It's not that good.
Really
man.
is not that.
It's really not that good.
They have Mahomes,
Chris
Jones, Trent McDuffie, George Karlaftis,
and an old Travis Kelce.
Now, he did have like a 40-yard touchdown.
He did, but that was his one play.
Open.
He had 2 catches, and it was honestly, it was a better like
Creed Humphrey's very good, the center. Like, but outside of that, their tackles are not great. Their guards, in my opinion, are fine. Like, Creed Humphrey is arguably the best center in the NFL.
He's phenomenal, but their tackles,
Trent McDuffie is awesome. Like, their safeties aren't great.
Taylor's a disaster, and Josh Simmons
is a rookie. So when you
who was drafted late because of injury and all type of stuff,
you just look at their roster, like, it's not a threatening roster. Like, it's not a roster where you go into the game. Honestly, I thought the Cowboys roster, while not as, I would still take the Chiefs roster because of Mahomes.
It was comparable,
but at least they had CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, where you're worried about those
guys. If you take Mahomes off the roster,
I don't think they're a playoff team.
Well, the point being that I think that the Cowboys roster is a lot closer to the Chiefs roster than the Chiefs roster is to the Eagles roster.
Like, the Eagles roster, I mean,
is light
if
years
you did
better.
the top 22 starters on this, you could almost argue like 20 of 22 would be Eagles. Like, Chris Jones, now there's 2 defensive tackles.
But he would be one of the 2.
He'd be one, and then I think I would have to say Mahomes.
And I think McDuffie would start over
George
Jackson.
McDuffie,
like, there's some other spots, like Creed Humphrey would start over Cam as good as Cam.
So maybe it's like 5 or 6.
Yeah, but the point is, it'd be way more Eagles. Exactly.
Yeah. So I just didn't come away impressed with the Chiefs roster.
I didn't either.
And so when that's like, to kind of wrap up all my first couple points, is like, when you take the mystique away, there's not that much to be afraid of. Like, the Chiefs right now are Andy, Mahomes, Spagnuolo, and Mystique. Like, that's what they are. And Chris Jones, obviously. But like, they are not a roster where you go in there and you go like, how are we going to stop this guy? How are we going to stop this guy? This is a potential matchup. Like, it is more of a, man, Andy, Mahomes, and Spagnuolo might just be good enough.
Yeah,
that it doesn't matter.
You're totally right. And look, that division's tougher. I mean, the Chargers,
Broncos let us down. Did they end up covering?
They missed by a half point. Well, I don't know if we got an 8 or not. So I think we pushed. It was 20-12.
We lost anyway,
but they weren't as good. But I think they'll get better.
Close.
Chargers obviously looked. I mean, Herbert looked great in that game. Like, call me when it's playoff game. But he looked great. Yeah. Credit where due. And Vegas looked better. Gino at least will make them somewhat competent. Like we talked about, Pete Carroll make them somewhat competent. So yeah, like, and look, I think the Chiefs are still. I think they'll make the playoffs and all that. Like, I'm not, because I do think, especially the bottom of the AFC is pretty weak. I mean, we're going to see teams like, I mean, first of all, whoever wins the AFC South is going to be one of the worst playoff teams.
Yes.
I mean, it might not be Houston. I don't know.
They don't look that great.
They look awful. Dude, the Colts, the Jags,
Jones,
Jag,
by the way,
Liam Cohen,
the Dolphins, man.
Oh,
what unbelievable!
My bad. I can't believe I picked that.
What unbelievable!
I had the worst. I don't know what the actual picks were, but I know that I lost every single one of my fantasy matchups. I lost every single bet I made.
Congrats. Good job.
Thank God the Eagles won. That was the only thing I
Yeah.
had. The one, which is the only thing that matters. The thing that matters most. I lost everything. Elliot, I could not have been worse.
So I almost tweeted out during Sunday, like, do you think the Eagles will consider hiring Mike McDaniels as an offensive assistant? Like, I don't even know if I'd bring him in the building, to be completely honest. Like, I almost don't want him near the offense.
He is.
All his little tricks, like, I'm good.
Also, the way he talks,
Oh,
like he's so
brutal.
flippant about everything.
Did you hear what he said after the game? Like, as boring as Nick has got at the podium, after the game, Mike McDaniels goes, obviously our players got lost in the like excitement of week 1. It's like, bro, you were playing the Colts in Indianapolis. Let's not act like you were like Thursday night prime time against whoever. Like,
I do
lost
like
in the lights. First of all, that's on you.
Yeah,
and second of all, way to like toss your players under the bus.
I know,
you guys
right?
got smoked. Yeah.
I love that you went full WIP caller with him and called him McDaniels too.
Oh, did I? Nice. Yeah.
That's great.
It is just like, McDaniel, get out of here. Like,
get out
it's
of here.
McDaniels. I
Yeah,
don't know what
like
to tell
let's
you.
be honest, dude.
Yeah, like just change it. Otherwise, your whole life.
Yeah,
you're gonna be
he's
dealing with it.
again another example. X's and O's.
You're right. No, it's been a rough few years for the
It
X's
really
and O's
has,
guys.
it really
Kyle
has.
Shanahan, another fraud. I know they
I know.
won, but like it was
I know.
not impressive.
Yeah, they're definitely an F out of here team.
Yeah.
So I still feel good, especially now with the injuries and stuff. All right, give me another Chiefs.
Final one.
Eagles Chiefs take.
I think it's an acceptable loss.
Everything
Everything I've said, I know, like I get it. They're not that good. The Eagles are better. But like here's my thing with this game. It is the Chiefs and maybe this is why I feel this way. I view it as one of their last stands. Like, I think if they lose this game, you kind of agreed, like they lose the mystique. You're 0-2. You got smoked in the Super Bowl. You really weren't good that last year where you didn't play great. I just view this as a little bit of their last stand of like, we're still the Chiefs. Mahomes is 6-1 in home openers. He's 6-1 in week 2. He is 14-4 coming off a loss. And as Tucker pointed out,
great Tucker Bagley stat.
Never lost 3 starts in a row. Now it's a little skewed.
It was last year,
right?
but still, that's still amazing. That's never happened either, you know?
Agreed. So again, I look, if the Eagles go down there and get smoked, then I'm not going to be like, oh, who cares?
Oh, that was acceptable.
Yeah, agreed. But if you go to Kansas City and we watch it and agree, you know what? Like, you lost to Mahomes and Andy in a game they absolutely had to win. I think where this comes back to me too is like the Eagles don't have a ton to prove to me. Like, they just won the Super Bowl. So if they lose to Kansas City, I'm not going to come out of that and be like, oh, they can't win big games. Like, oh, they're 1-1. The season's over. Like, it's an acceptable loss. Like, the other team needs it more. They just flat out need it way more than the Eagles do. And that quarterback, that head coach, that coordinator, they have anger on their side. Like, you would hope that they would get up after getting embarrassed in the Super Bowl. I mean, if they lose like 24-21, like I think it's an acceptable loss. I convinced you a little bit. I can tell.
No, so here's the thing. I really agree with everything you said.
Thank you.
I came in thinking that like the Eagles have never won a Super Bowl if they haven't started 1-1. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, it's the other thing.
Just for what it's worth. They've started 1-1 both in 2017 and last year. Look, I just hate the acceptable loss phrase.
But it is
whatever.
I get what it is. Like,
I don't think it's a must-win game. Like, I think like if they lose, the Chiefs need more. You're going to a tough place, the Super Bowl. It's an AFC game.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
The first month of the season.
Tiebreakers.
I just can't go into game 2 of the year and say it's an acceptable loss. You know, I just can't do it. Like, I get it. I don't disagree with the logic and stuff. I can't go into
and I get it.
Like, loss. Like, I just can't do that. But I get your point. Like, I don't think, like, I'm not going into this saying if the Eagles lose, I'm going to be like,
right. Like, what are we going to get on the post-game pod and be like, they're frauds?
No,
what a terrible thing. Like, what's the word?
It's just, you can't do acceptable loss.
I just think you can when
you're
that
such a horrible
team,
phrase. It's the word. Is it a horrible phrase, Tucker? Acceptable loss.
It's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow.
But it's realistic.
Even if you are right, it's a hard thing to admit.
I agree. But
I agree with everything you said. Go through the list. Like, Chiefs need it more. Yep, that's one of my things. You know, I'm a big like, who's more motivated in the day? Yes. Week 2. The first month of the season's preseason. I'm not going to overreact to anything. Right up my alley. Chiefs lost us in the Super Bowl. Like, the whole thing. Yeah. Like, they need the game more from this season perspective.
The Eagles have proven everything they need to prove.
I agree. I can't say it's an acceptable loss. It is. I can say.
I get you.
Depending on how it plays out, I won't like freak out if they lose. But I'm going in expecting them to win, and I can't go in saying it's acceptable if they lose if I'm expecting.
I do think they're the better team.
Yes, I expect them to win this football game, so I can't say again. I'm not going to freak out at them, but I'm not going to be like, I accept that you could lose. Like, no, go win. You're better.
I don't even think it's a measuring stick game. Like,
no, it isn't. But
if they were playing the Bills, it would be like, okay, let's see.
You have a chance to
and
to your
the
point,
Chiefs,
put a real, not nail in a coffin, but like really put a dent in the
For
whole
sure,
Chiefs thing.
100%.
You also have a chance to like put an exclamation point on what you just did in the
Agreed
Super
with
Bowl
that.
and say it wasn't just a random day. Like, we're better than these dudes. Like, it's another chance to hammer home the Super Bowl from 2 years ago that they lost. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. Again, it's one of those things where I don't like the phrasing. I don't like going in saying it's an acceptable loss, but like, I don't disagree with your logic.
So I do think to the point of the Chiefs being the more motivated team, I think they absolutely should be, and they likely are. I also think there might be something with this group of Eagles where they see the Chiefs and they see red.
That's what I'm
it
saying.
Is like
that's my point.
The anger from that 2022 just sticks. And like, I also think they probably are going in this game excited and confident. Like the last time they played this Chiefs team, the defensive line had a career game.
Yeah.
Like Zach Ball was unbelievable. Cooper DeJean had, we've all seen it, right? Like Jalen.
Someone has to wear a 6-sack shirt. No one will. No one will.
I agree.
Off
I
the
think
bus.
Nick would be very upset.
Well, I only bring it up because he joked about it on the sideline during the game.
No, it would be an amazing shirt.
Someone has to make a shirt out. Honestly, that might be there was more emotional stuff, but my single favorite line.
The counting is so good.
Yeah, the counting's great. My single favorite line though might have been Nick with the PG. How many is that? He's like somebody should put that on a shirt. Like, it's such a great
so
line.
Good.
Like, it's so clever, and it's so like it shows that he remembered and he's petty, but he's not going to do it. Like,
have you watched America's Game?
I haven't got a chance yet. I need to. So I don't have like cable.
I'll send you the link. You can
send
watch
me
it on
the
your
link,
laptop.
please, because I have to like search for the time it's on, and so I'm like,
yeah,
after I go to bed, that. So send me the link. That would be
cable
like
cutter over here.
I know. I can plug my computer right in the TV. It'd be amazing. So
by the way, I think Jordan Mailata might be a cable cutter.
Good. Welcome.
You want to talk
Jordan.
about like commitment? It's not like he's
you can
worried about the $300.
Yeah, if I can afford it, I just do
because
whatever.
I was asking him on Sunday. I was like, "Hey, do you watch Red Zone? Do you watch a full game? Like, how do you do it?" And he did YouTube TV, and he was like, the Wi-Fi was lagging. I'm like, athletes, they're just like us, Can you just picture him at home, like the little dots?
It's not working. Oh, it's not working.
Yeah, I would be. That's honestly,
I was getting Australian.
British didn't work.
Hey, it's not working.
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
Not sound Australian.
All right. It ain't working over here.
I do love when he drops a mate.
Oh, he's great.
Very good,
mate.
Yeah, he's very, very good.
I like that, mate.
But it's just like the streaming for me, I could never do it. I could just, I could never, ever do it. But Kristen just made us cut our cable bill, so maybe I will be soon. Yeah.
Welcome aboard.
But like, to circle back a little, like,
I love good.
I think there's a few types of games in the NFL. There's a must-win game. There's a style points game where you need a good performance, and there's acceptable losses.
People are loving your 3 qualifications.
Those are the 3 games. You either have to win it, you have to win it and look good, or it's okay to lose. And I think those are the 3 games. And I think this is the acceptable loss.
That might be the best breakdown.
And I'll also say this. I think
you just got real serious. And
I was thinking about this at the gym this morning. Okay, like, I was like, those are it. Like,
we're a slay when
we're not. No, we're not a shamer of like emotion. And
never.
Like, if they lose and people want to be mad, like, I get it.
Elliot's the king of that.
I am the king of the roller coaster, right? Even though ironically I hate roller coasters. But
it actually is ironic. You're right.
I do them, but I'm like, I'm not.
So I do the same thing.
I just close my eyes.
So Emily loves them. Like, loves them. So like, and we don't go that often, but I've been in where I'm like, I'm not gonna like stand on the side and watch my wife go on a
Agreed.
thing.
Yeah, you got to do it.
And so I don't mind the loops and the short stuff. I can't do the click.
Yeah,
click,
I agree.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Like,
why? This is fun. This is fun.
And it's risky. Let's be real. It is risky. You can say whatever you want.
Look, there's not a 0% risk. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I like all the pictures of me on roller coasters. I'm just like, no emotion. Yeah, exactly. Like stone face. I'm not even enjoying it. The only good thing is they're short.
Agree.
They're like usually 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I kind of lost my train of thought. Oh,
right.
So
you're okay with emotion.
Look, if they lose, I get it. They only play 17 games. You don't want to see them lose. Like, I 100% get
the Chiefs and all
of
them.
But I would also say to like Eagles fans is like, we all figure out how to react to this. Like, they're gonna lose some games. Like every loss cannot be a like, wow, the Jalen maybe is not a good. And I think that's what this is to me. It's like you hope they win, and I think they probably will. Like, I will probably pick the Chiefs because of the spot. But if I think if this Eagles team and this Chiefs team played 10 times, the Eagles would legitimately win 8 or 9.
So you're picking the 1-2 2 times.
Well, I just think the Chiefs need it way.
By the way,
more.
I think that I should get credit for covering for the Eagles because Jalen Carter got tossed. That shouldn't count as not covering. If I had bet on it,
I think you overestimated a little bit how much it mattered.
Nah, they would have won by 14 if Jalen Carter.
So this would be my only caveat for the acceptable loss. The only caveat is that this is a different team. Like it's possible they go there, and if
there you go,
and Adoree gets those would be the things you don't want to see.
As far as those guys are concerned, the Super Bowl didn't even happen, Elliot.
Right? Like if the passing game is terrible, like there are certainly things that we'll talk about and be like, well, that's not great to see. But I'm not leaving this game with any grandiose statements about the team. If Jalen plays poorly, I'm not going to be like, wow, he'll never be able to lead them to a win passing the ball. Like. Now, Adoree would be one. Like, if Adoree is really bad again,
especially against those
then
receivers,
I think I'm ready. Yeah, but the receivers are awful.
I know Mahomes is good, but this should be a good matchup for Adoree Jackson. Like,
you should not be getting smoked by Juju Smith-Schuster
or Hollywood Brown. I mean, Hollywood Brown, it should be on Quinyon anyway. And anyway, any more Chiefs takes before we get on to a couple other things?
I think it's kind of it.
So let's do Jalen Carter. For those listening, we are recording this. There is a decent chance that you will know what happened.
So Tucker's on the breaking news.
Yeah, Tucker's on the breaking news desk. We're just gonna react to each, I guess is probably the best way to do it. Like what? So
if he's suspended,
first of all, let's each guess. Do you think he will be suspended? Because it did just for the timeline. It seemed like yesterday it was like, well, over the weekend they had the USA Today thing, or where it was like, oh, he's not gonna be suspended. Then Adam Schefter comes out and says he might be suspended.
For what it's worth, the USA Today
was out of
seems
nowhere.
Definitely wrong.
Yeah, it's
like he might not be suspended.
I think that was someone taking a shot. Didn't work out.
Yeah.
But then we see all these precedents thing. It doesn't look like Mike Fleury comes out today and said, we didn't think he was going to get suspended. The precedent still on the table. And you had mentioned that Troy Vincent had said that precedents are out the window.
Yeah.
And I do think that when you think about the Nolan Smith penalty, where it was, did the flex thing, like that didn't used to be a 15-yarder.
Right.
So who knows what spitting is now in this new world of the NFL. Let's start with what do you think will happen, and then we'll react to what both.
Honestly,
it's so hard to. I think it's going to get suspended.
Guesses.
I think it's going to get suspended. I didn't before the Florio report today saying it's still on the table.
Yeah,
I'm starting to think it's going to.
Well, I also think that we're probably the appeal to whatever is going to happen is probably happening right now.
Oh or it might be done. Like
that's what I mean.
It might be all over.
And also like the appeal is a joke. Isn't Goodell the one that makes
no
the
one
decision?
ever wins the appeal?
Right.
Yeah.
My guess is they were probably like, we're going to suspend you. And now maybe they're negotiating behind the scenes to try to talk him off of it. My strongest opinion on this is I think he deserves to be suspended. I think he should be suspended. He spit on Dak in a national spotlight game when the whole offseason has been like, we're going to be serious about this. We're going to be serious about this. Nick's entire message to the team leading up to the game was discipline. You don't even make it one snap on defense without spitting. Like, I think it's a bad look for Nick if he doesn't do anything. But so Nick
was on with us this morning, and he obviously, Nick, he's not going to tell us what he's going to do or whatever, but he was pretty strong about Joe asked him, or it was Richie. I think Richie asked him a question about how do you balance, your job is to win, but
I'm shocked I missed this question.
Yeah, it was actually a really good question about like, how do you balance disciplining a player versus trying to win games? And Nick, like paraphrasing here, but basically was like, the player becoming a better man is far more important than winning football games. Like that's like more or less what he said. He said, that is more important to me than winning a football game, essentially, without like, he said, I have to win. I want to win, all that. But the way he answered it made me think that whatever they do in his mind, how he handles Jalen Carter is more important than whether Jalen Carter plays in the game or
not. They obviously have a way better read on Jalen Carter than we do. Right. And if for whatever reason they think suspending him is going to like lose him and send him down, then don't do it. Right.
And again, it might not be their choice in the NFL.
But let's say the NFL doesn't suspend him. I think the Eagles have to do something. Like the dude, again, he spit on Dak after the whole thing was disciplined.
Right after kickoff. Like,
I get it. If you're listening, you want him to play. I understand it. But like, let's all be honest with ourselves a little bit. He deserves it. We have to be able to say things like that about if Dak spit on Jalen Carter and was not suspended, we would not hear the end of like,
be all
he's
year
the star. Here's the cow. If Mahomes did it, right? And I know that Jalen Carter is not a quarterback, but the dude just flat out deserves it. It was a really dumb thing he did. And in life, when you do dumb things, like there have
consequences.
Yeah. And so I hope he has an amazing career. I hope he learns from this, but like he deserves to be suspended. And I just don't think a fine does it. Like he's about to get $150 million next year. He already has generational wealth just from his rookie contract. $50,000 is, I know it's easy for me to say, but like that's like finding me like $50.
Yeah,
Like,
not even probably. Yeah,
it's like when I get a parking ticket and it's $35, and I'm like, all right, well, that sucks.
But
it doesn't
I can
make me not
afford
move
it.
my
Yeah,
car again.
yeah,
Like we have to move our cars every, what is it, Thursday?
Wednesday. Well, it's Wednesday for me, Thursday for you.
Right. And I try to move it, and I move it most times, but in the back of my head, if I'm in a rush and I'm like, you know what, it's $35. Like there has to be something where he truly feels like I cannot do this again. And I will be disappointed in the league and the Eagles if they do not do something. Although like everything they said means nothing then. So if he's suspended, I think it's completely fair. If he's not suspended, I will be somewhat disappointed that he was not truly punished for what he did.
So I agree with your overall point that I think it's fair if they suspend him. Like, I'm not saying I want him suspended, but if the NFL decides to suspend him, I won't like be up in arms. I won't be like, and I know we said this on the post game pod, but like enough with the Dak spit first thing. Like enough.
Dude,
I can't yes, was Dak wrong to do it? Sure. Fine him. I think he should be fine. That's fine.
I don't even think he should be fine.
And even whatever. The point is, it's nowhere close to it. Like not even in the hemisphere. Jalen Carter spit on him right in front of him, directly spit on it. Like it's just a different.
And also the like bringing up that Jalex Hunt got hit in the helmet.
It's completely different. Just stop.
Now I will say the Chargers guy that smacked Travis Kelce in the helmet, like I think he deserves to be fined. And like I don't know what the rules are suspension there, but those acts do not impact what happens with Jalen Carter.
No, this is its own thing.
Yeah, it's unique too.
I will. The one thing I'll push back on is with the Eagles part of it. Like, let's say the NFL doesn't suspend him. I go back to what we said before. And I would be generally like, I think they should do something, but we just talked about Nick and trusting him. And we think he does think the right way about these things. And he knows Jalen Carter better than we do. So Nick might think that suspending him will not help him. Like that is not the way to reach him. Now, I don't know. I'm just saying there's at least a benefit of the doubt that could be given.
What do you think of he didn't play against Dallas thing?
I think it's somewhat justified. I mean, it
doesn't do it for me.
He missed the whole game. Like it wasn't like he got suspended in the second quarter, third quarter, whatever. Like he missed the whole game.
Yeah.
So he does a little for me, like, but again, it's really one of those things where I don't know what the NFL is going to do.
Yeah,
like I said, I went back and forth. I'm like 51-49.
Yeah.
And also I will be okay with it. Like if he doesn't suspend, I'll be like, okay.
Now, if he gets 3 games.
No, well, if he
gets
suspended for more than one game, I will be upset.
It'd be a little harsh,
with game one, and I think anything more than a one game suspended would be like,
but he put himself in this situation. Now,
also we are definitely going to get it. So let's just get out in front of it. So like, there are going to be people who are saying it's because they're facing the Chiefs. Like that.
I disagree with that.
I agree. I'm just saying, like, if we weren't facing the Chiefs week 2, I'll bet you they wouldn't have suspended it. Like that is coming. Just everyone prepare yourselves for
also,
it if he gets suspended.
For the like anti-Eagles thing, Troy Vincent is a former Eagle. Like if anything, you could argue he might be overly harsh in terms of trying to prove. But the last thing I'll say on this is the player in college on Florida spitting on someone else does not help Jalen Carter.
Oh, it doesn't.
You cannot tell me that that's not a little bit in the top of his head. Also, we got a chance to watch all the games on Sunday, or at least multiple references throughout the day. Like Tom Brady made a joke about it on Twitter whenever anyone like pulling a Jalen Carter. Like that doesn't help either.
No.
In terms of the NFL, seeing college players do it or one college player do it, Tom Brady joking about it, like that's the risk they run of not doing anything here. Like other players could see Carter get nothing and be like, all right, that's not that bad. Like who cares? So I am okay with them sending a strong message to try to make what they've said matter.
All right, 2 more things. One, Tank Bigsby.
Yeah.
Great name. Like a running back named Tank. Yeah. It's like I couldn't be more in. Seems like, and I mentioned this. Did I mention the postgame? I think I did, about the kickoffs and how it does really feel like this is a.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Like that,
especially when you sit and watch.
So yeah, especially on Sunday,
teams are getting to the 40s.
And teams are kicking into that zone and they want returns because it goes out of the end zone. It's 35, 35, which is it's gone too far with this. I know there's and look, it's working. There was 75 or 76% of kickoff returns this week. But I think that is a real thing that he can return kicks to them. Obviously, I think Will Shipley's hurt. I think that's part of it too. Yes. What do you make of the Bigsby thing? And also just the fact that that I know he traded for Jacorian Bennett, but he has traded for since then a quarterback, a wide receiver, and a running back while the city is screaming for secondary help. What are your
first of all, he's definitely tinkering with the roster. He is way more than he normally does.
Yeah, but you know what I think it shows? It makes so much sense when you talk so much going in about like, hey, I can't even fill the last 5 roster spots on this team. Like normally 53, I got like 5 guys I can't fit on. I'm bummed about it. Like the bottom of the roster is much worse than it was. I think this is a way to fill in those spots.
And the other part of it is I said all offseason, like I thought they would make a trade with the draft picks. I thought it would be like one guy for a third. Maybe their plan
He's just
was,
getting rid of all the
we'll
late
just get rid of
ones.
all the late ones and build the roster that way. I think Tank,
which makes sense, especially when you see like how many other late round picks aren't even on the roster. Like Rylan Powell, like cut.
Gone,
You know, this
yeah.
like there are guys like, why have a 7th round pick if he's not going to make your freaking roster
Yeah.
if it's so unlikely? You know,
I think Tank Bigsby. I mean, dude,
I like him, man.
almost
He's a good
800
runner.
yards last year, 7 touchdowns.
He's a good running
Now
back.
he can't catch the ball. He had, I think I saw on Pro Football Reference, he has 3 interceptions as a result of the ball being thrown away, which is tough to do.
Oh, my
which is tough to
God.
do in 2 years as a
That is
running back.
unbelievable.
Yeah. Can't pass block. So, like,
So he's not the third down.
no, he's not Will
Kenny
Shipley.
Gainwell.
He's
Will
not
Shipley.
going to take Will Shipley's job. But a 5th and a 6th is not nothing.
Not nothing.
Now, if he's the starting kick returner,
And it won't happen, but I believe the 5th can become a 4th. It only
so
happens
that
if
is
Saquon
wrong.
gets hurt.
That
Was wrong.
That
Okay,
was wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
So a 5th and a 6th is not nothing.
No.
If he's going to be an impact kick returner, then it's worth a 5th and a 6th. I don't think you trade that if this guy's going to be inactive.
He'll play on offense.
Yes, agreed. Or he'll be the kick returner every time.
Every time, but I
and
think
for
he
what
will
it's worth,
play on
that
offense
could
too.
be 5 touches a game.
Yeah, I think he will play on offense. Like
Yeah.
he will get some run. Like
Now
they
they
like
have-
to give Saquon a break.
They have to clear a roster spot. So I'll be
Interested?
I'll be curious to see like who goes. I wonder if it'll be AJ Dillon. I mean, if he's gonna
doubt it.
well, but
my guess is, I mean, is it possible that Chipley gets put on short-term IR? I don't know about the
so
injury.
last night there was a lot of like this.
I'm
isn't
just
about
asking.
Will
I don't
Shipley,
know.
Which
Well,
makes me
once the
think-
catching thing makes me think it's not.
Yeah, I don't think this.
And the Eagles did put it out there, right? With Brooks, they put out the
Yeah.
report. I mean, that's obviously from the Eagles
Correct.
saying,
A
"Hey,
bunch
this
of
is not
reporters
about Will
had it,
Shipley.
yeah.
This is about the kick return thing."
Right. And to
Like-
me, that feels a lot like Sam Howell isn't about Tanner McKee's injury, and then Tanner McKee
didn't play, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like Will Shipley might be out longer than we think.
Agreed.
So I think it's an interesting move.
Fine
and
with it. It's a
I
5th
just-
and a 6th.
5th and a 6th. I just think it's interesting to your point. The most interesting thing is how he's clearly not happy with the roster as it is and is tinkering. And it's
Agreed.
interesting that he's tinkering in spots we're not expecting.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing before we get to final thoughts. Just general thoughts from watching football all day on Sunday.
Wow, I didn't expect this.
I got you
I
off guard
know,
there. I'll
yeah.
start. How about this? The kickoff thing was one of the big ones.
Kickoff
that
thing
noticed
was
me.
definitely one of them.
The watching Washington the Giants, it was fun. That game was on.
Yeah.
We texted about this. The fact that Russell Wilson is their
You got
quarterback
to
is
play Jackson Dart.
it's insane.
crazy,
Honestly, I
yeah.
would play Jameis Winston over. At least he can throw the ball downfield. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like just play Jackson Dart. It seems like everyone's excited about him. It's so weird. And just another, maybe we were wrong. Giants F out of year 2. Like they're
Yeah.
not off F out of year status yet. Also, and I know we've said this before, but like every time I watch it, like there's no way Jaden Daniels can stay healthy the way he plays.
Yeah, I heard you say this. I
It's
agree.
right. He
Yeah.
throws his body around and he looks like a normal human. Like he doesn't
He's
like you
skinny,
see these
yeah.
football guys like Jalen Hurts, like he's thick
Yeah.
down there. He's like got huge legs and a big,
Yeah.
rump and all that stuff. Like
There we go.
I had
Pause,
to do
pause,
it.
pause.
I had to do
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
went rump. That's okay, right? I mean, I could say rump on YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't know where you're going with
That's
that.
why I was PC about it. But like, you know what I mean? Like you see, he's slight. Like Jaden Daniels is not built that way. And look, he's gotten to this, and it's maybe he's really good at bouncing off. And Devontae, we always talk about how good he is at taking hits and all that. But like when I watch Jaden Daniels play, like there are a lot of them like, ooh,
Agreed, yeah.
So something to keep an eye on.
My thing I would say is I think the Packers are like super.
Packers
super
are good.
And what you know what
Not
else they have?
overreaction to week 1 though.
They have the special quality about them. Like
Oh,
the
brother.
like
It's week 1.
I just think like the Parsons stuff, it just feels like
I think it gave them some juice.
they have like a lot. Yeah. So I'm worried about the Packers.
I think the Packers should.
The Packers are easily my number one worry.
I think they're
in the
most people's
NFC.
after week
Yeah.
1. I think they probably should be. I'm not writing off the lines yet, but that was a scary.
It's a tough spot, but also
coordinator
really,
spot.
really bad.
Yeah, but again, like let's remember last year the Lions, through a month were like, this is the greatest team we've ever seen. They're gonna win
Sure.
everything, and they lost to Washington in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's like it's early, but I agree. I think the Packers. I already thought the Packers and the Lions were going to be the biggest competition for the Eagles, and I think that for me, I think
I
I
think
came
the
in.
Packers are way more worrisome.
Well, now
than
they
the
are.
Lions.
That's
Yeah,
my
right,
point.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying I came into the season thinking it would be the Lions and the Packers as the top 2 competitors in the NFC for the Eagles. Now I would say it's Packers then Lions with a gap between
Agreed.
the two. But I'm also not overreact to week 1 and being like the Packers are a juggernaut. They're going to win everything.
Do you have any thoughts on the Micah Parsons trade report? Remember, like that.
I mean, that's the least surprising thing of all time. You know how he went for it. Why wouldn't
I
he?
think I think it's an offer you make, like knowing they're not going to.
There's a 0%.
I
I
don't
think
think-
Howie knew there was no way he was going to trade him in division.
I don't think
he
he
would
would've
have
traded that for
4-1s.
Micah.
I think he would have. I think
don't think he would've,
you're
man.
one of like 3 people who
I
wouldn't have
know,
done it.
I know,
I
but
think
like,
you're overrating it. This guy's a 26-year-old
he's
best
amazing.
defensive player in the sport, along with Myles Garrett, and someone who is a offense breaker. Like you can put him anywhere. He is
Dude, he's
like,
awesome.
I would have traded 3 ones for Micah Parsons and given him that contract that he got without even thinking. Like I would have traded 3, not just 2. I would trade 3. I think Micah Parsons is like one of the only non-quarterbacks that I would trade something like that for.
It's fair. I'm skeptical they would have done it, but I'm not surprised he did it. Like I'm not surprised.
You knew I was going to offer.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's get to final thoughts.
All right, I'm first.
Always, every single time.
So, do you think that of all the people that deal with people in like a customer service way, do you think coffee store people deal with more cranky people because those people have not had their coffee yet? Like they are going to get their caffeine. So like, and people always joke, I'm not until I have my coffee.
No, I get it. So I think, waiters, because you have to deal with them more during the time until they're hungry.
Yeah,
Hungry, same thing as caffeine, hangry, that kind of thing. I think for waiter, you have to deal with them for a while if the food's not coming out. Whereas coffee, it's like, yes, I do think it's a higher percentage.
Yeah.
You get your coffee pretty quickly. You know, it's like, all right, I'm good, and get the hell out of here. Waiter, you're sitting there talking. Like if you got a table of people really hungry, food, and so PPA
has to be the top
really
one.
high. That might be number
specialty,
one. PA, yeah, because it's like you're only talking to them when people are pissed at you.
When my car got towed last year,
I have gotten so angry.
Oh, I'm sure. I can only picture.
They're so rude about it. Like it's like you don't have to be a jerk about
it.
Well,
they almost set it up to be confrontational when they have like the thickest glass pot. Like it just feels like you're stepping into a war zone. Obviously, I'm nothing other.
I'm talking like on the
polite
street,
and pushed over. Yeah, but when my car got to it last year, and I went in the PPA thing. Every single person goes up to that register and is like, "I cannot believe this!" Like, and it's like, "Well, buddy, you probably were towed correctly." Like it does suck, but yeah, it is. I think coffee shop people though, like you must deal with some crankiness.
All right, so I have one that I get angry about and one adorable one. Which one should I get?
All right, I'm doing angry first.
Okay, I'll do the angry. Well, it's the adorable one's always. I'll throw them both in. That's fine. The angry one is we've lost the plot with drive-thrus. Like, why, when I go to a drive-thru now, do I have to go to the drive-thru, order my food, then go wait in a freaking spot while you make my food? It happens like every time now, like 95% of drive-thrus, certainly one specific place. Like the point of a drive-thru and fast food is it's supposed to be freaking fast. I'm supposed to order my food. I pay. I get to the window. Hey, guess what? Here's your food. That's where my life. Now I spent 15 minutes sitting in a spot waiting for my food to come out. Like at a fast food place.
I can only imagine
freaking serious?
Listening to this.
It ruined the meal. Like I was upset. Like I was in a bad mood because of it. Like you know
was it
me.
McDonald's?
It was McDonald's.
Of course.
It was McDonald's. Yes.
All right. So here's what I'd say.
It was McDonald's.
Like I think you have.
I'm getting worked up talking about it. Yes.
This is since Harry Potter.
You know this is as me as it gets.
I know. But here's what I would say. I think you are correct. But my thing is more the line for a drive-thru is always super long now.
That's
everybody picks the drive-thru. It is quicker now to go inside.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I almost end up having to go inside to check on. It's been 10 minutes. Where's my food? And
I can only imagine you going in.
I know. Oh yeah.
Well,
Emily's not a huge fan of that.
I would just. So first of all, you are right. That McDonald's does do it.
Take forever. And they do it all the time.
Yeah.
It's like their go-to thing.
But not a lot of places do it.
Okay, I've gotten to the point where I might just be like, no, I'm going to sit here.
Well, you got to stop going to that one.
I know,
or go inside. Or go inside. Big time slam the table.
I know.
Or just go inside.
Yeah. It might be
it's quicker too. Like, and I also think when you're inside, you can check to make sure.
Well, that's the thing. I'm going to start going inside now, but I usually have Zoe in the car and I don't want to bring, because I have Zoe in the backseat. What am I going to bring Zoe in? Hey, Zoe, leave her in the car. You know.
Yeah, I agree. The drive-thru is supposed to be easier. I agree with that.
So adorable thing. We're watching the Eagles game.
Adorable thing. So we got McDonald's.
No, so we're watching the Eagles game. Neighbor Tommy comes over. Yes. So it's me, neighbor Tommy, Emily, and Zoe. Yeah. Where's our Super Bowl crew? Yeah. Some of Tommy's buddies there, and we're having a good time, whatever. And so he goes to the bathroom, and it's the banner part. And they come out, and BG is there, and BG goes through the Eagles chant. And
Brandon Graham, you're talking.
Brandon Graham.
Okay,
no, Brandon Graham. Me and Tommy, Emily are sitting there, and Brandon goes E-A, and then we hear from the bathroom.
Wow. What a moment for you.
I'm getting like chill. It was the cutest.
Say,
it was so great. It was so adorable. It was so sweet. And it's just sports are awesome when you can share.
I agree.
was so cute. He's like, gee.
That's why.
So great.
If
It
they
was so
lose,
adorable.
if
I
they lose
couldn't
on
get enough of it.
Sunday, it's all right. It's still a
There
good
you
day.
go. You can just
Yeah.
give Zoe a hug and move on.
Exactly.
My
You can
life.
still do the Eagles chant. It's
That's
all
right.
good.
All right, we'll be back on Thursday previewing the games. Saturday, a normal preview
Crazy.
show. We can-
I'll be in Kansas City too.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll
But
do the radio
he
show.
will be
but
on the air.
I will
don't
be
worry.
on the air.
All right,
Give you little
so
notes from Kansas City.
and we'll be back Thursday, Daily Pod, all the good stuff. Until then, he's MJ.